So next topic is allow unordered receipt. Okay. So unordered. So we know ordered. Okay. Ordered receipt. Ordered is something you have already PO. With that PO, you are doing a receipts. Okay. So unordered means you don't even have a order number and you are doing a receiving. Okay. So means I don't even have a order means I don't even have a purchase order. Without having a purchase order, we can receive the items. How do you can receive? Basically, let me just close this. We'll come to this. We have to set up this one. We'll come to this. So when you go and receipts, you will be having a you will be having a finding, right? You have to find with PO number. You have to find with PO number. Then only it will give the details, right? So here in my business requirement case, there may be some very rare scenarios, okay, where so I have created a PO with the two items, okay, two items I have created and it is approved and I have sent to my supplier and my supplier is loading the items, okay, and suddenly we got a requirement, we need another item also, okay, another different item also we need, but that item is not listed in the PO which we given to him. Okay. So in earlier purchase order which we sent to supplier, in that PO PDF only two items are there. Two item means two different items are there. Quantity it's okay. It's maybe 10 quantity or 20 quantity, doesn't matter. Okay. So in that case, the buyer got a requirement. He need another item also. But immediately he cannot add the item in the PO level and again it will go for approvals, lot of people approval and all. Okay, we don't want to do that right now. He want to take care of later, but now he want to somehow manage either through phone call, either through mail, email, email to supplier asking and requesting them to send us another item also. So that other item doesn't exist in the PO, but again you when your supplier is sending another item also you can able to receive. So how you can receive? If you use this allow on order receipt, without even having a purchasing document you can receive the item. So I'm telling again, only you can receive the item. If you want to again move, only you can receive means. So here when your supplier is sending the item which is not existed in the PO, right? So that item you can only receive it to this place. You cannot move to storage place. If you want to move to storage place, then you have to you have to create a PO and you have to match. You have to create a PO and you have to match. Okay. See, only you can receive. You cannot deliver that. If you deliver the item later, if you forget, then who will be losing? Supplier is losing, right? You have to pay the amount to him. So for now, on an urgency basis, you're just receiving the item. But again, to deliver activity and you have to create a PO again and you have to match. Okay, fine. So now in this screen only, if you see here on order, there is a button on order. So if you see this button is as of now it is disabled because we have not enabled this functionality. Okay. So how do we enable this functionality? This functionality we can enable in receiving options. Okay. Receiving options. Do you understand the business functionality, right? Hmm? Fine. This one. Enable the checkbox. Save it. Close this. Close this. Now go to receiving form. Receiving form. Receipts. So earlier this was on disable, right? Now it is enable. Okay, now it is enable. Now click on this unorder. Click on the unorder. Now you must and should give supplier name. Okay, but if you go with normal receipt, it is not required to enter supplier because you already have a PO. That PO is associated with supplier, right? Now when you go with unordered receipt, you should give the supplier from which supplier. Okay, from which supplier. Okay, AST and XYZ. Our two suppliers are not coming here. Okay, our two suppliers are not coming. So again here, it is not the decision you take. So more on decision has to be take from supplier, right? Supplier has to agree. Okay, supplier has to agree. If supplier is agree, then only you are able to you are able to use this functionality. Otherwise, you cannot. So how do we know supplier is agreed or not? So again, whatever the setup we done on receiving options, same setup you have to enable for supplier also, saying that if you enable in the supplier level, saying that they are agreed to have the functionality, like they are agreed to send the item without even have a PO document. Later we will create a PO. First you receive the items and then later create a PO and make a payment like that. Okay, fine. Supplier level, how we can set up? So if you see that when we go for a supplier, right, our suppliers are not displaying because we actually agreed those suppliers only will display. Go here, supplier. I will enable for only one supplier, ASD. Okay, ASD supplier. Fine. So this one, okay, ASD Manufacturing India Private Limited. Okay. Now come to receiving. Come to receiving. Receiving. So here, okay. Allow on order receipts. Allow on order receipts. He is agreed. See, all other options are not available. Why it is not available? It is not a matter for supplier. So the matter is for supplier. Allow on order. Okay. Allow substitute. Okay. Allow substitute. If supplier doesn't have any the item which we requesting, he can able to send other item. Like we are requesting him to send other item. So add substitute and this is an order. Without even having a purchasing document, supplier is agreed to send the item to us. So supplier level I have enabled. Okay, if you enable at argo level and if supplier is not agreed for an order, you cannot create again. Okay, supplier has to agree. Fine, close this. Close this. Now go for receipt. Receipt. Click on order. Now just go for list of value. You will see our AST. See AST MFG. Earlier it was not shown, right? Now it is coming. But XYZ it will not come. X, see nothing there is. I couldn't able to enter XYZ. See there is nothing. But we have AST. See AST we have. Okay, fine. Select this and come to here. And how much quantity you want? I want maybe 50 quantity I want. UIM. What is the UIM? Yeah, each. This is our UIMs, right? Which we define. Destination, receiving. What is the item we want? I want the 16. Or maybe we'll go and choose other item. Okay, I'll go and choose like item number 12. This is like laptop, right? Let me choose some component. See, no, it's not available. I'll choose this one. Expense, something expense item. Okay, fine. And location where you want to receive. Where you want to receive this? I want to receive this in Bangalore inventory org. Okay, Bangalore inventory org. So that's it. Okay, that's it. Now you just save the form, save the form, save the form. Okay, it is saved. You see, saved. Now click on header. So this is the number. Okay, this is the number. So now as I told you, right, you cannot, you just only receive the item, but you cannot move the quantity to storage sub inventory. So if you go and check unhand quantities, I have to log in with other user. Okay, for checking unhand quantity. Okay, let me log in. Let me log in with other. Or else what I'll do, I will assign inventory responsibility to Rajesh also. Okay, let me do that. I will assign inventory responsibility to Rajesh. Secret user define. Now here ABC Rajesh. I will assign inventory. Okay, BC SI inventory. Logout. It's fine. Responsibility will not immediately appear in the UI form. Okay, but you can see in this forms. Okay, switch responsibility. You will see other responsibility. Okay, fine. Unhand availability. Unhand. So now just enable the item. What is that item? I think expense something, right? I think this the one. Okay, now find it. Find it. I think this is something like other one. What you can do is just find and click on this receiving. Click on this receiving. Okay. So you will find 50 quantity. Yeah, 50 quantity. It is in the receiving level. Okay. So this 50 quantity, the receipt number. What is the receipt number? Is anyone remember? This 50 quantity, you cannot do receiving transactions. You cannot do receiving transactions. So that receipt number will itself will not show you here. See, it will not show you. Receipt number is something like we have performed. Come here, come here. Receiving transaction summary, and so I'll give date range today only. Okay, today only. Today we just performed 13th. Yeah, this the one. Okay, click on transaction. So what is showing here? Transaction type unordered receipt. Okay, this one. This receipt number, this receipt number 5013. If you want to go here, receiving transaction, you cannot find here because that is unordered receipt. You have to create the PO now. Okay. So after you create the PO, then you have a separate form here. Match unordered, match unordered receipts. You have to open here, give the receipt number, give the receipt number and find. Okay. The PO number you have to give here. If you go list of value, if any PO is created with that item, that will show you here. See, as of now, nothing. You have to match. You have to give the purchase order number here. So what you have to do? You have to create a PO later. So I have received today, and just through phone call, I requested my supplier, and my supplier is supplied. Maybe on next day, I'm creating a PO. Okay, next day I'll create a PO, and I will make it approve. See, 50 quantity we receive, right? Now just go and create a PO with 50 quantity. 50 quantity. Okay. So AST, this the item. Okay, expense item something, right? Okay, 50 quantity. The price maybe I'll set up 1,000 rupees. Okay, each price. Okay, fine. This is for Bangalore. Okay, save it. It's okay. Need by date. Select need by date. 28th. Okay. I'm making this as none. Okay, none. We don't want to reject this functionality, because if we do this, it will stop. Okay, fine. Fine. Save it and make this document approve. So as of now, it is an incomplete. Okay. So 404037 40037 approve. Okay, done. So now take this PO number. Take this PO number. Now you have to match. Okay. So receiving, match and order receipts. Match and order receipts. Give the receipt number 5013, right? 5013. Find. Now here give the PO number. If you just go here, you will see the PO number here. See, one record came. Select this and the line number only one, and shipment number also one. Okay, one. Now just save the form. You give the matching details, everything, and you save it. Save. Okay. So concurrent program one program is triggered. It's okay. Check the concurrent program status. So matching receipts. Okay. Matching receipts. So anyhow, RTP triggered. This will also take care of this matching related activity. Okay. It just matched. Okay. It just now matched. Now with reference of this, you can go and find. You can go and find receiving transaction, or with the reference of 5013. See, now it is coming. Earlier, it is not. Correct. There is no much extra setups. Only the extra setup is you have to do here. First, you have to receive. You have to receive in another receipt functionality, right? If they ask you, tell me the steps. So first thing is in supplier level, the supplier has to agree. Means in the supplier level at receiving side, receiving section, you have to enable allow another receipt. And second thing, our organization also agreed to do, means in organization receiving parameters, we have to enable allow another receipt. Okay, and then you will you will see the another button is enabled, and you just click the another button and you select the supplier and give the item details and everything and perform save. Okay, once you save, after that it just like you just receive the quantity in order to deliver. If you want to deliver the quantity, again what you have to do, you have to create a PO, create a PO, create a PO here. Okay, and with a specific quantity, and once it is approved, then you come here in the receiving and go for match and order receipt. So once you done the matching everything, okay, and then you can go and see in the receiving transaction here, not here, in the receiving transaction for delivering transaction. Okay, so this is our PO, right? 5013 receipt number, right? Find it. Now you will see the transaction. Okay, now just enable this and select the sub inventory and perform the transaction. Okay, perform the transaction. Done. Now you go and check receiving transaction summary. How the you will see the differentiations. Okay. So 5013, find it, click on transactions. Okay. I think still the RTP is running. We have to wait some time. Let's requery. Let's requery this. Yeah. Now you'll see 3 records. So what happened? First, another receipt we have performed with 50 quantity. Then after what we done? We done matching. We done matching the PO. So if you see here, there is no details, right? Here, nothing. OU is not there. Order number is not there. But if you see in the matching level, if you keep the cursor in the match option, match second row, you will see the PO number and OU. And if you keep the deliver also, you will see the same details. Okay. We done another receipt 50 quantity. Later we matched it, and then later we delivered. So this is the another receipt functionality. Any questions? Hope you guys following me, right? Hello.
Yes, it's following.
Okay. So next is, so how many minutes we have? So we have just 4 minutes. So let's do one thing. Let's disconnect and connect again.